Hey, and welcome to Tech Tips with Sold Out Media. I'm Amanda.
And I'm Jacob.
And today we have from Deity the Theos UHF digital microphone system, wireless microphone system in an epic case.
An amazing case.
Yeah, I'm actually loving this. Like normally you would buy these from Pelican with and it even has like the pressure seal on it for traveling.
And it would cost as much as the mic.
Yeah, right. Okay, so inside we got some stickers and warranty information. Nobody cares about that. Well, I kind of like the stickers. But, well, okay, look at this. These are the microphones.
And it's the proper versions, it's not the on-camera tiny ones.
Yeah, so we've tested a dozen of the small prosumer microphones, like the Rhodes that we're wearing right now, and the DJIs and all those. But this is way more what we're actually used to at the TV channel. Body packs like this. And again, what makes these different but similar to the other ones? Okay, these are wideband frequency transmitter receivers.
Exactly.
What's the range on them?
Range is 550 kilohertz to 665 kilohertz. So you can set what hertz you're going to have it on.
Exactly. So whereas all the other ones we've tested are kind of more like the 24 or 2.4 gigahertz frequency range. These are much more broadcast standard, but they still have a lot of the features that those small microphones have that this kind of microphone never had before.
No, it's kind of like a hybrid now, but
It
much
is.
better.
It has onboard recording, both at 24-bit and 32-bit float. Can you imagine?
That's actually crazy.
In a broadcast microphone?
Never heard of that.
This is a dream come true. So I'm really excited to test these guys. They say that your range is 91 meters or 300 feet roughly, and they're app controlled.
Oh, we got to test an app.
And you know that's going to be you.
That's going to be me.
That's always you. But let's look at what we got inside. So I have the transmitter. You have the.
I have a receiver.
You have the receiver.
Dual receiver.
Yeah, dual receiver. And is it dual output on them?
Yes, A and B.
A and B output. So you could record separately each one.
Yes, which is great.
When you get into the app setting, you're going to go over what recording modes that it has. If it has safe mode or anything like that.
Of course.
Yeah, we'll see.
Let's see what we find.
But for one thing that I love about these is the antennas, and they have their own little colors on them.
Oh my goodness. Ew, you don't have to have the numbers and stickers and everything.
So some of them have yellow and some of them have blue. So you can like line up your blue receiver, your receiver antenna with your transmitter antenna.
Exactly.
So you don't get it all confused. Yep, see, there's the little blue stick to go on the end of the antenna.
And I like that it's on the antenna so you can see it when it's actually hidden.
I'm super excited. There's your yellow ones.
Ooh,
there's yellow in here. At least they look yellow in the bag to me, and that makes sense. Deity is a yellow color.
Yellow brand.
It's a yellow brand. Price-wise, though, I have to say, these are a bit more pricey than your standard mic that we've been testing. Yeah, see, there's yellow. These come in at about $1,000 US.
Or 1,000 euros, roughly the same.
Yeah. They get all kinds of goodies in here. First of all, they come with their own cute little batteries. They're not rechargeable though. So for one-time use only, you can
look cool.
You can look cool with Deity's own branded
flip them over.
Own branded batteries there. Then there's the microphone.
Lavaliers, of course.
Yeah, the labs themselves. And these are really nice too. Look, check this out.
And of course they have the screw lock on, the bolt lock.
And the frequency on these is 20 to 20. So what's that? 20 hertz to
20,000 hertz.
20,000 hertz, yeah.
Yeah, well that's pretty standard.
Yeah,
that's a good range.
Pretty good range for the human voice. So you get two of those. And you got the, oh my goodness, open something.
Oh, sorry.
Open something. What is this? This is just like Christmas morning. You just watch me open.
I take pictures. That's what I do on Christmas morning. This is the Deity to camera.
That's right. And it's got a USB-C to USB-C as well, because you can actually take the transmitter to your phone or to your computer if you need to.
Oh, and here is to the XLR, which is what we're used to.
And again, right, this is where we take it in, get the audio straight up to our audio board and going live out. So we're actually going to test these in a live broadcast this week and see how they perform. we always use the Sony microphones. I'll put the model number up here. We've had them for so long that I've long forgotten what it is.
The black ones.
UHXP or something. And the Sennheiser EW, whatever generation we're on. Because I've been buying the Sennheisers for like the better part of 15 years. I have long forgotten which EW we're on. But we'll test them. We'll test them side by side and see how they go. Yeah, so you get all the backs. What else do you get there?
Backs, and then you have your on-camera attachment.
Cold shoe mount for the receiver.
Also has a 1/4 inch in there, and this is some form of adapter USB-C. It's super tiny. USB-C to what? Oh, regular USB.
Oh, so you'll have to figure out what that's for when you do the app part.
There might be updates availability and such. We'll check that with the app thing.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, I'm really excited to test this out. Again, it's like the best of both worlds. It's everything I love about professional microphones and everything I like about the prosumer microphones.
Feels so solid.
Okay, just because I read it on the website, CNC mined aluminum. So like they made all of these parts out of like CNC, sorry, not mined, machined aluminum.
I think it's like
they mined it right out of, they took that CNC machine down into the mine and
just straight there.
Smelted the aluminum and anyway.
Madeupscience.com.
Made up, shush with you. All right, on to specs, and then to Jake and the app, and then to me in the field doing all the things that you love me doing in the field. Plus, like I said, we're going to do a field test in studio.
What's up?
To specs.
Deity Theos has built-in 32-bit float recording in the transmitter. You can use a micro SD card up to 128 gigabytes. It lasts up to 14 hours with a lithium battery. The chassis is CNC milled aluminum. Alright, so now we're gonna see the Cidus audio app, which controls these little machines. So you have to go in and you have to press the plus button and it'll find the devices. So 2 TX and 1 RX is what you find here. And they start syncing right away when you connect them. On the app here you can see what frequency they have for each. You can see a quick button for your muting and unmuting. You can set your record and some other settings. But if you go into one of the microphones, just push on it there. You can set the color for one, so you can see when you have the little antennas on, you can set it to the same color, or you can just make it the color you want in here. So if I make that green, yeah, see, one of them turns green, one of them turns red. Corresponding on the actual microphone has a little green note up there now. There we go. And if you push the little, if you put the microphone here, you can see it in a bigger setting here. You can see that you can change the gain, you can change the frequency, and you can put it to sleep, mute it, and have some control over it. There's also some fine settings. You can have the monitor headphone jack, how much volume you want on that. You can do a low cut on 75 Hertz, 100 Hertz, 150 Hertz, or off. You can do the sound channel to mono. You can set the voltage between line 3 volts and 5 volts. You can set your recording mode to always manual on and off and sync. So everything records at the same time. I push record on the green one here. Push record and record there. The recording starts on the microphone. You can do this inside the microphone as well if you don't want to use the app at all, of course. So this is just an extension of what you can see in here. So if I wanted to go and do this the manual way, I go into the menu and then I press record and then the little, what do you call it? Check mark. And then it comes up here and then you press the check mark again and it starts recording. And then you close it and you put it on the person for however long you're going to record. So that's the two ways of setting the record at least. Are you done with the recording? Yes, done. All right, so well, that's the app actually. So, I mean, that you can do everything you need. You need to do your frequencies, you can check your mute, unmute, you can do your recordings, you can check if there's audio levels, and you can check that everything is synced and the battery levels. So that's really nice. This is gonna be my 32-bit float test. So I am gonna say the same phrase a couple of times and then we're gonna adjust it in post. So this is my 32-bit float test in normal tone. This is my 32-bit float test in loud tone. And this is my 32-bit float in a quiet tone. And now we're gonna toss it into the timeline and see what we can do with it. All right, okay, so now I've tossed it into the timeline and we can just take a peek at these files. You see that one is medium. This is my 32-bit one is loud. When it's very quiet. So I'm just gonna adjust these levels a bit to see if I can make the audio waves the same size and then listen to the quality of the sound in comparison. And up with this one, oh, way up there with this one. And maybe somewhere there. Visually, that should be right. So now we listen to it. This is my 32-bit float test in normal tone. This is my 32-bit float test in loud tone. This is my 32-bit float in a quiet tone. Well, there you have it. So the peaking would probably be completely useless if I just used the camera volume or the recording on the camera because it would hit the top. And the lower ones would have been useless because I couldn't heard it because it was very low before. But you can actually bring it up and meet the same levels on all three, and that's the power of the 32-bit float. You still retain all the information. Just like if you had taken a photo in RAW, you get all of the colors. In audio, you get all of the levels and all of the information still. So that is the power of 32-bit float. And now over to the other tests.
Hi everybody, I'm already recording on the Deity microphone, and now I just need to be, I had to rig back up to the hanger solution again, believe it or not. So you see I have a lot of mics on a hanger. So I'm just going to hold this like roughly 50 centimeters from my face and see which one has the best audio sound. There is some noisy lights in the room, but otherwise it's relatively quiet. So what I'm going to do, already recording on the Deity. There we go. Okay. Now, they're all recording in relatively order of lavs first, and then in-body mics second. And just for posterity, DJI mic 2 with a lav, DJI mic 1 with a lav, Rode mic with a lav, and the Deity mic. DJI 2 in-body, DJI 1 in-body, Rode in-body. All right. So now on to the test. We're going to just do me talking softly, me talking loudly. I'm going to try to hold this at 50 centimeters from my face and then quiet to see which is the nicest sounding mic. Here we go. Hey and welcome to Tech Tips with Sold Out Media. My name's Amanda. Hey and welcome to Tech Tips with Sold Out Media. My name's Amanda. Hey and welcome to Tech Tips with Sold Out Media. My name's Amanda. Hey and welcome to Tech Tips with Sold Out Media. My name's Amanda. Hey and welcome to Tech Tips with Sold Out Media. My name's Amanda. Hey and welcome to Tech Tips with Sold Out Media. My name's Amanda. Hey and welcome to Tech Tips with Sold Out Media. My name's Amanda. Hey and welcome to Tech Tips with Sold Out Media. I'm Amanda. Hey and welcome to Tech Tips with Sold Out Media. I'm Amanda. Hey and welcome to Tech Tips with Sold Out Media. I'm Amanda. Hey and welcome to Tech Tips with Sold Out Media. I'm Amanda. Hey and welcome to Tech Tips with Sold Out Media. I'm Amanda. Hey and welcome to Tech Tips with Sold Out Media. I'm Amanda. Hey and welcome to Tech Tips with Sold Out Media. I'm Amanda. And quiet. Great!
All right, welcome to our studio, and now I'm actually going to set up the Deities versus the Sonys, and these are the Sony UTX-B03, so you know what you're going to listen to. I'm just double checking that the frequencies on these are not colliding with the ones I have on Deity. My Deity at the moment is set to 5532, and what do I have here? I have 800, 573, 589, and 575, so they're actually okay. And I'm just going to double check here. Yeah, 5532. So I am good. They're not going to collide. They have to be a little bit separated, otherwise it's going to be trouble. There we go. Now I'm going to connect them, and I'm going to set up a test person to check it out. All right, let's do that. Okay guys, now we're at the audio board, and what we did so far is we connected Camilla, who we're testing, to the Deity mic, and we have also her Sony mic in here. And on Logic Pro behind me, we're going to record the channels separately and then compare it to the onboard recording. So that's what the test we're going to do, and you can listen to the results right here.
Vem han är för dig. Så det här vill vi skicka till dig om du är nyfiken på vad kristen tro är och vem Jesus är. Vi har också en till bok som för dig, så det här vill vi skicka till dig om du är nyfiken på vad kristen tro är och vem Jesus är. Vi har också en till bok som heter Hoppbibeln. Och nu när vi har live den här kvällen så har vi ju inte bara telefonsvarare, utan våra telefonsvarare är ju telefonister. Så det är människor du pratar med som kan be med dig. Är det på reprisen så kan du inte ringa in på samma sätt, men då kan du mejla.
All right, so listen, this is going to be a quick final thoughts. It has done nothing but rain the snow away for the last week and a half, and I had a cold. I don't know if you can hear in my voice. It's not the mic if I sound like a frog. But final thoughts on the Deity. the thing that annoyed me the most, hands down, is the design of the windsock. It has the tiniest little mic shaft, and the sock just falls off constantly. And putting the mic on the clip itself is a little bit sketchy. You really feel like you're going to crack the mic cable in half, but once it's on, it's a good design because it allows the mic to kind of move around with the host's body. And, well, you know, what can I say? So, doing a comparison between the Sennheiser, or I guess we didn't use the Sennheiser, the Sony microphone broadcast mic, and the Deity was actually quite nice. And I think the reason why we ended up not doing the Sennheiser was it would have been really ridiculous for us in a live broadcast to have 3 microphones on our poor host. But she was a good sport. So, I mean, take a quick listen again.
Vem han är för dig. Så det här vill vi skicka till dig. Om du är nyfiken på vad kristen tro är och vem Jesus är.
Yeah, so again, they were very comparable. But the edge actually went to the Deity. The Deity had a clearer sound to it in this test, in our audio board, in our recording from the audio board. And that was kind of surprising because the Sonys are like standard for live broadcast television. The Sonys and the Sennheisers alike, but we don't notice too much difference between the broadcast Sennheiser and Sony. So I was really impressed. Having the ability to record in body as well is such an awesome feature for these microphones. So when you're out doing field recording, news recording, you're not relying anymore. You have that same broadcast quality, sturdy microphone without having the risk of dropping the audio in the transmission back to your camera. I'll tell you a little quick story. With a pair of Sennheisers years ago, I had a partner that I worked with in the kind of news gathering at sports news, and he had taken our set of microphones and put them on an ATV club and was recording the ATV club as it was going. This is the only time we ever had one of these Sennheiser mics break, but it had fallen off, the body pack had fallen off, gotten run over. I don't know if the on-body audio would have saved in that situation either. But, you know, I've used these broadcast mics on body on football players, on not the Deities, but the Sennheisers and the Sonys, and they're robust. These Deities are made with that same robust quality. Maybe I should have Linus tackle Jake with one of these on and see if it holds up sports-wise. I don't know if that will make it into this video, but we'll try.
What am I going to do? One more for show?
But the quality as a broadcast mic, these are very nice. I would definitely recommend them for what they are with our initial tests. Side by side with the more prosumer microphones, the Rode and the Deity. All right, so in the comparison, you can actually hear the Deity and the Rode mic sound pretty much the clearest. That's the Rode mic in body, but the rest are similar right across the board. In terms of which one was the quietest, hands down, it was the DJI Mic 2. Okay, our final thoughts on the comparison. When it comes to which one was clearest overall, the Deity and the Rode Mic 2 in body were absolutely the clearest of the two. When it comes to the noise floor, the quietest of the microphones is actually the DJI 2 with a lav. And then our overall thoughts about this was actually the Deity sounded the best out of all of them. All right, so in our float test, look, the rain's coming out already. In our float test, this was actually amazing. You can hear side by side Jake and him yelling and whispering, and it's all clear. It doesn't sound the same because his voice changes as he does that, but it all sounds clear, which is tremendous. I gotta hurry up. I love the LCD screen. The app is a great feature, but the LCD screen on this is really clear. It's really bright, and it definitely helps you to navigate the menus. Batteries are another big advantage, I think. I like that the new microphones have the charging cases and they're like 8 hours. It's hard to argue that you're going to go past 8 hours of recording time in a day, plus having that extra charging time when you're having your lunch or whatever, and then you get an extra 8 hours or 6 hours depending on the brand after that. But still, once you're done with that, you're done. And if you're doing documentary stuff or live stuff, AA batteries, you can't beat them because you can always have tons of them with you. Mind you, you got to carry them, but I think it's an advantage that these aren't in-body charging. We've tried the Synco microphones, same style broadcast microphone. They're not as nicely made, and the in-body recording is good, but then if it drops out mid-broadcast, you're kind of scrambling for a backup mic where you have to have an extra transmitter receiver on hand to be able to switch them out. All right, so final thoughts on the Deity. I actually really love it. I love the quality. I love the antennas. I love that if somebody breaks the antenna, I can get a new one and replace it, because that happens a lot with the Sennheiser and the Sonys. The number one thing that we have broken on the Sennheisers and Sonys are usually the mics themselves or the antennas, because our hosts sit on them. Despite the fact that we mic them ourselves many, many times, and if we put it in a jacket, we do, they still manage to go to the bathroom or something or move it around and then sit on it. You know who you are. Anyway, thanks. I hope this was helpful for you. I hope you like and subscribe. And if you want us to do more tests, we're definitely keeping these. So just shout out to us in the comments what you want us to test. Have a great day. Like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.